thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why I treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Honey-yard dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision you unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest. No, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Hatch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And
now Jackson will look to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Right there in the middle.
To throw is Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Working right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Got him in. It's Brown. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they give this time to the tailback. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. Check 48 to Mike. Watch the run. 48, we go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Moncrief brings it in. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, check. Switch. Come on. Stand back.
Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Easy. Motion out of the backfield.
To throw, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 54 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like in this.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Winston. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Winston on 3rd and 2. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Peyton Barber, 43 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They go play action here on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's got his man, it's Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. On first, they go right back to Howard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Second and 9 at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
48 smart. Flip it. Let's put that team on the bus.
This is Howard on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Winston. And he's got Moncrief. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Peyton Barber with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And out across midfield down to the 45. 36 yards on the play. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
That's another Baltimore.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check 43. Green, 17. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Now Winston. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
They'll throw again. Winston. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Watch A9, watch A9. He's yours. We got a tight left. Green, 17. Easy.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Winston now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Easy.
From the gun, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes, and when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Set, ready. 15 on it. Let's go, defense. Hayward. It's our time.
Throwing again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 29, Winston. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check out read. Easy. Motion.
Now Howard. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On 2nd and 12, Winston being checked. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, let's get it for Thursday. Easy. Switch. Check 48.
Now Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right down the middle. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. The guy has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Jones has it. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Watch this explain.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Green, come with me. Follow.
Jameis now on first down. And this is Moncrief with a catch. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
5 on the 50. 5 on. Shoot. Check. Check out, right? Flip it. Shit. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hot shit. There we go.
Here's Winston. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 60 yards. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike's 50. And we got to get to the ball, team. Hey, to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Ball trot. Mike's 50.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 27 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, 5 on 50.
First down, they go with Barber again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, Barber. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Green, triple team. Echo. Mike 51. Mike 51.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Green, triple team. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Watch it go now.
Winston gives to Barber. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Winston. That's going to be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's convert.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Winston keeps it himself. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jameis Winston. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Winston. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Barber, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm scared. Flip it. Check 26, check 28. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Ready? Blue ready. 51. Let him know. Wait. Let him know. Watch safety 3. Mike 51. Green, triple C. Hey, let's go. Here we go, even. Hey, 5-0. Switch.
Winston to throw. Rolling to his right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 2nd down and 10.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We won it. Come in my world. 30. Mike 51. I'm coming. 51's the mic. Come on, baby.
Now Winston. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This to advance to the divisional round. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year, but I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get to their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.